Hey y'all, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope all of you are doing well. If you are new to this channel, my name is Lina and I'm back reacting to Brazilian videos. Então, olá galera, bem-vindos de novo no meu canal. Hoje vou reagir a um vídeo brasileiro. Vou colocar também as legendas aqui embaixo, então se você não entenda o inglês, eu vou deixar as legendas aqui embaixo, okay? So just go ahead and check it out. I will be speaking English in this video, so yes, that is it. And so in today's video, I'm reacting to I'm reacting to the whitening of Brazil. Therefore, why black Brazilians marry white Brazilians. I mean, we are in 2021 and still there is this issue of why are you marrying into this race? Why are you doing this into this race? I mean, when it comes to marrying into another race, I do kind of have an opinion. I do kind of think a certain way, not a negative way at all, okay? I know that a lot of people would be like, oh, you're marrying into a different race, you hate your race. No, like, if it is love, we are all for it, okay? But the issue, of course, is when things become totally different. When you're marrying into a race because of a different reason, then there is an issue. There is something you need to dig deep inside yourself to figure out and to just, just move on from that hurt and everything. But when it's about love, why can't we just live love? Why can't we just be in love with whoever we choose to be in love with? But in any case, this is Brazil. I know nothing. I mean, I do know a few things. I have been seeing a couple of things when it comes to, race in Brazil, but in today's video this just popped up and I'm like, let me just go ahead and check it out. So if you're still not subscribed to my channel, go down below, subscribe to my channel, and let's just go straight into this video. So the whitening of Brazil.
One thing I have noticed is that yes, there's a lot of interracial marriages and couples, but I have noticed that once black Brazilians in particular get any kind of money. I mean, I'm not even talking about filthy rich. I'm just talking about maybe just like a nice job that you won't lose, some education. I found that many of them, both men and women, tend to marry white. Can you explain this to us?
No, yeah, tend to.
Okay, so I actually do understand where she's coming from. I do understand where she's coming from in the sense that she says, oh, when people start to get money, they tend to marry white people or they tend to go white as a way to kind of level up, okay? I am looking at it from the perspective of an African. I am African, and we also do have this idea. We have this idea about marrying white. Like when you marry white, it's like, oh, everything's going to go well for you. You are lucky for marrying a white person. Your life is going to finally change and all of those things. We do have that perspective. But the issue is with us, okay, we live in a country where everybody is just basically black, okay? Everybody's just basically black. And so when somebody from this continent goes outside, marries somebody from a different race, there is this whole thing, this whole admiration for this person that is just, people are like, yeah, just keep going, kudos to you. That is because we just have this idea about white people. We just feel that, being married to a white person is kind of like a privilege, some sort. You being lucky, married to a white person, some sort. And so yes, we have that idea. But when it comes to Brazil, I feel like Brazil is a mixed country. Like, the probability of you marrying a white person is quite high. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying, I do not know because I don't live the reality of Brazilians. But from what I see, I see that you have a lot of black people in Brazil, you have a lot of white people in Brazil, you have mixed people in Brazil. It is a mixed country. And so the possibility or the probability of you falling in love with a white person is quite high because you are surrounded by all these people. And so when she says people tend to marry whites, probably because they just found these people at their workplaces and just fell in love with these people. Like, I might be wrong, but that is just what I'm thinking. Listen, I won't lie. There are certainly different levels to this, okay? There are different levels to this, but of course, I am just looking at it from the surface point, okay? And then maybe we can just go deeper.
To marry white is a Brazilian thing because of the whole idea that was implemented in our ideas in the beginning of the 20th century. Okay, so it's not just because of the money. You will see these relations happening also in lower groups. So you're gonna, if you go to the favelas, you're gonna see that happen. You're gonna see it all over. The point is because the very white people are not marrying into the
they do not marry black people at all.
The very white Brazilians, they're very segregated, as segregated as Mississippi 1965.
Yes, I agree.
Okay? They're the very white. So the white people in Brazil, we divide them academically in 3 categories. The very white people, the white people, and the read as white people. Like in Brazil, Jewish people are white, and Turkish people are white. Japanese people are white.
Yeah, this is the same thing in Ghana as well. Everybody is white. If you're not black, you're white. So if you are Indian, you're basically white. If you are if you are Japanese, you are white. If you are from any other race that you don't look black, you are definitely white. So okay, I guess this is not just in Africa. I think it is the same thing in Brazil as well. Okay. Nice. Interesting.
Okay, cool. Maybe socially white?
Socially white.
Okay. 3
So,
categories.
2 categories. And the poor whites, the ones who live in the ghettos with the black Brazilians, they are the ones who actually can be racist and marry a black person.
Wait, what? They can be racist? I did not understand. They can or can't? I did not get that. But anyways.
This happens in Brazil. A white person, a white poor person, marries a black person and says, I love you, but I don't love what you are. I love the kid that was going to come out of you that's going to be beautiful. And then we erase the whole idea that this kid is black as well.
Wait, what? I'm confused. I am confused. So, a white person says, you know what? I am marrying you. I love you. I do not love what you present or what you represent, but I am going to marry you anyways. I am marrying you because I want a kid from you who is going to be mixed race. I am basically helping you to whiten your race. Wait, let me just go back. I probably did not hear this right. I did not hear this right, of course. I didn't.
A white person, a white poor person, marries a black person and says, I love you, but I don't love what you are. I love the kid that was going to come out of you that's going to be beautiful. And then we erase the whole idea that this kid is black as well.
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense to me. Maybe because of how he's explaining it. You're basically saying a white person goes to a black person and says, I do not love your race, okay? I do love you as a person. You as a person. I am going to get married to you. I'm going to give you a child, and I am going to help you erase blackness from whatever it is. Like, okay. Okay.
So people, when they're actually in these interracial families, nobody is kind of consciously talking about blackness or saying that they are black.
No, they're just repeating the mistakes because it was in schools. If you read books from 1917 for 1945, it was in the book.
I gotta find this book. I want to
have
find.
this. I can show you.
Okay.
I can show you that later. And everything is based on the picture I wanted to put here.
Explain to us this picture.
Is called the Redemption of Ken.
Cain.
Whatever.
Okay.
Kam was one of the kids of Noah, and he saw his father naked, and that's how they justified that the black race was cursed. The Christians, they...
Wait, what? Listen, I haven't read a Bible in a long time. So I don't even know this. Like, really? Who? Wait, Cain was the one who killed Abel. C for Cain, who killed his brother. Okay, so Cain was the one who killed Abel. And so he was cursed. I'm confused. Okay.
Justify racism throughout the years through the curse that is based basically on the Bible.
Okay.
This was shown, this picture that you see right now is from 1895. It was painted by Modesto Broncos in the moment in Brazil that we were talking about the eugenics politics. The eugenics politics was pretty much the one who showed that yes, we need to whiten the population because black people are less intelligent, less civilized. And this picture shows the grandma. You see the grandma raising the hands to the Lord, thanking God that her daughter was a mixed girl, married a white settler that came in this new idea of whitening the country, and they have a white kid, very white kid, that is in his tiny hands just blessing the grandma. If you look in the picture, and she's thanking God that the curse was broken. That picture was shown in 8.
Whoa, okay. Wow, that is interesting. So basically, the curse started from Cain, okay? And then his whole descendants or his whole whatever it is just remained cursed. And then somehow redemption came, and that has been portrayed in this picture with a grandma who had a biracial child. Biracial child marries a white person and they give birth to a white child. So grandma is basically saying, oh, thank you, the curse has been erased. Wow, I get the picture.
1895, and also in this Congress I told you that happened in London, in which
they showed that picture.
Brazil showed that picture to introduce to the Europeans what was his idea to having a more civilized country after slavery. We're gonna whiten the country, and this idea is
ingrained also in black Brazilians as well.
Oh, so it makes sense when he says, I do not love you, but I am going to have a child with you just so that we erase the whiteness. Now that makes sense. Like, from this point, it makes sense. The idea to whiten a country just so that it appears white, and so people just, just reproducing with black people just to have a white country or just to whiten the country. Now that makes sense. It is sad though. This is very sad.
Do you think that so this is actually one of the things that kind of hurts me the most, because I've always been brought up to be proud of my blackness. I would like to date a black man in Brazil. Do you think
Okay, I was about to make a comment, but anyways, I wouldn't make that comment.
this will change in some way, or is this? I mean, do you think
it's changing?
It is changing.
As I told you, you're seeing the revolution. It's very nice that you're here right now, that you're showing Americans reality about what's going on, listening to us, talking to us, because she's really actually she's in all events that you can ever imagine of Black people in Brazil. She was gonna write a book when she later write a book about what happened, because she's part of the revolution as well.
I feel like once you get into the Brazilian culture, you don't want to get out. It is a very complex culture, a very beautiful culture. It has a whole lot of elements to it, okay? There are just a lot of things that come together to make the Brazilian culture. And it is very interesting to me, very interesting to me. So I understand why she is everywhere, trying to, be in everything, trying to understand more, just the way I am doing. Like, I just started to learn about the Brazilian culture just by the language. Just from the language, I was like, whoa, I am interested to learn more. So I can totally understand. But it makes sense.
Revolution is happening here.
Okay.
A revolution is happening here, and people are talking about it. We are changing this. Although I don't think the revolution will start only in the religious part. Some people believe everything needs to be in the religion, and I don't think so. I think it's gonna be more about education, about conscious, about understanding who you are. Of course, you will pass through a process of understanding a new way to see your own religion, or adapting yourself to a new religion, or going back to the African religion. Whichever you choose, I think I'm fine with that. But most of all, I think we need to understand who we are, where we come from, and where we're going.
True. Okay, so I think I can agree with the last comment. We need to know who we are, we need to know where we came from, and understand exactly where we're going. We don't need to judge anybody for their choices. I don't judge anybody for their choice. If you decide to date outside of your race, viva l'amore. If you decide to date in your race, viva l'amore. Like, love is love. Love needs to be shared with the people you love. Love needs to be shared with the people you love. Like, you need to share love. Love is huge. There is space for everybody. There is literally space for every single person, okay? To find love, to be in love, to just be love. We are just surrounded by a lot of love. And I feel like when there is an issue with, oh my god, you're dating outside of your race, you hate yourself, that I hate. I totally hate that comment. You hate yourself, you don't love yourself enough, why would you be dating outside of your race? I am dating outside of my race because I want my grandchildren and my future generations to be better. I want them to have a better life. Like, that actually doesn't make sense to me. But I do understand where the whole idea of whitening Brazil came from. I mean, I understand it now, but it actually doesn't make sense now. Like, in this day and age where people are starting to know who they are, where people are starting to, just love themselves for who they are, the idea of whitening a race doesn't make sense. We have come a long way, guys. We have come a long way. A lot has happened. We are moving fast, guys. The way the world is changing, the way things are changing, it is just going like this. And I think that it's high time we just left all those primitive way of thinking behind. Like, let's just move on. Let's just move on. Things have happened. We can't dwell in the past. Let's just move on. Love whoever we want to love. Let's love without thinking, oh my god, I'm loving you, or I want to be with you because of what you can provide me, or I want to be with you because you are my badge of honor. Like, that doesn't make sense. So yes, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below as well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao.